Remember a few months ago when Roblox was in hot water because everyone realized the game seemingly has a suspiciously high number of child enjoyers, maps as they call them? Anyway, it looks like things are getting worse because as of a few days ago, that whole situation just escalated and it looks like things could be getting criminal. I mean, when the original story broke about 2 months ago, you would think that Roblox would like hit the panic button, right? Like lock everything down and completely overhaul your security measures so that way absolutely nothing can go wrong. Like, buddy, if there is ever a problem to overcorrect on, it's this one. But as it stands, one attorney general in the United States is suspicious and their investigation just took a new turn. Now listen, I'm not even happy to be making this video. I just want to make content about greedy gaming companies scamming their players so that way we can all enjoy better games in the future. But I know that some of you guys watching have kids that play Roblox and you should know what's going on. The thing is though, YouTube really does not like videos that cover super sensitive topics like this, so please consider dropping a thumbs up down below so that way it pushes this into the algorithm so more parents know about this, because there has been a big update to this topic that we will jump into in just a minute. But before we do, what's going on, guys? Cheers. Also, very important, I am not a lawyer, I am not a journalist, nothing in this video is legal advice. I am top 3 biggest goofballs on YouTube. If you are concerned about this topic, please do your due diligence and do as much research about this as you can. Okay, let's jump right in here. In order to understand the new development in the Roblox child safety saga, we need to actually establish what has happened so far. I know this happened a few months ago. I just want to do a quick recap to catch you guys up to speed here. Okay, on December 2nd 2023, a YouTuber by the name of Schlep posted a video called "I Caught Roblox's Most Dangerous Predator," and this was the first video in a series of videos on Schlep's channel where he actually goes out and catches adults on Roblox attempting to talk to children. Now, this was the first video in a series of videos on Schlep's channel where he actually goes ahead and catches people, full-grown adults, that are attempting to talk to kids on Roblox. This series became tremendously popular and has honestly done a lot of good for the Roblox community. Schlep has been directly involved with getting multiple people arrested for crimes involving attempts at talking to children. He's also collaborated with other YouTubers like Gideon, for example, and I highly recommend that you go ahead and check out his channel. I mean, absolute W Schlep, like it's actually so good. He's done such a good thing for the world with this series. Okay, about a year later, in November of 2024, Roblox actually announced new safety features for the platform for children. And by the way, the Roblox Corporation stated in 2020 that around 40% of their players are under the age of 13. Okay, that is a massive amount of their player base, so this is a really big deal. This is what was announced on November 7th 2024, or November 6th, I don't know the exact date. Roblox is introducing new safety features for children under the age of 13 following criticism of how it protects younger users. The free online gaming platform, which has around 70 million daily users worldwide, allows players to create their own games and play those made by others. Starting December 3rd, game creators will be asked to say whether their games are suitable for under 13s, with any that fail to do so being blocked for players 12 and younger. And from November 18th, under 13s will also be barred from accessing social hangouts, which are online spaces where players can talk to each other by text and voice. Younger users will also be unable to use, quote, freeform 2D user creation, end quote, from the same date, which it said were games that, quote, allow users to draw or write in 2D and replicate those creations to other users without the completed creation going through Roblox moderation. By the way, the topic of child safety on Roblox is so insane and vast that there is an entire Wikipedia article dedicated to just this topic and all the different ways that children might not be safe on the platform. I'm going to link this down below for parents. Okay, please, if your kids play Roblox, just, I know it's a lot to read, but like just go through, just skim through it and just check it out. Okay, returning to the timeline, a few months later in April of 2025, Florida's Attorney General issues a civil investigative subpoena to Roblox. Let's take a look here. Attorney General James Uthmeier, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, fights to protect children online, subpoenas Roblox for child protection policies and procedures. This release date was April 16th, 2025. And by the way, this is directly related to the update in this video that we're going to talk about later on. Okay, so I promise we'll get there soon. We just need to establish the timeline. Okay, I'm also going to link this April subpoena down in the description below if you want to read it. But as it states, it says this is an investigative subpoena. That's all this is. They're just collecting information here from Roblox, and here is what they are asking Roblox to produce for them. They want 1, documents sufficient to show the amount of time spent on the platform broken down by age for all users 16 years of age or younger. 2, examples of all marketing materials that relate to the platform's suitability for children. Okay, so marketing to children, that is very big. They want documents reflecting the steps Roblox takes to ensure children are not exposed to mature content on the platform. They want communications to or from a Florida user reporting abuse to Roblox, communications relating to parental controls being circumvented by children using the platform, documents sufficient to describe chat and game moderation capabilities, documents sufficient to show age verification procedures used relating to child users creating accounts on Roblox and any audits thereof, documents sufficient to identify employees who have been responsible for creating and enforcing age verification protocols, and documents relating to any criminal prosecution of which the platform is aware, arising or alleged to have arisen from children's contact with chat room users. Really, all this was Florida just saying like, hey, look, a lot of kids in Florida use this platform or use Roblox or play Roblox as a game. We just want to get a thorough understanding of like, are you protecting kids? Are you doing your due diligence? Like, what exactly is going on here? Should we actually be concerned? Because remember, things were starting to bubble at this point. Okay, so this was really just them. They're just doing a toe in the water investigation just to see like what's going on here. 8 days later, it was reported that a Florida family sues Roblox and Discord after alleged online exploitation. Now, the TLDR here is that a lawsuit was filed in California, which I don't know why the Florida family would file it in California. Again, I'm not a lawyer. Nothing in this video is legal advice. I don't understand the legality of any of this. Okay, so I'm just sharing with you guys what I found. Okay, the lawsuit claims that a Volusia County girl was allegedly groomed and exploited on Roblox and Discord. Actually disgusting stuff here. The case comes amid a wave of legal and government pressure aimed at holding tech companies accountable for protecting minors online. That includes Florida's Roblox subpoena, which seeks a wide range of documents. 4 months later, the state of Louisiana sues Roblox, alleging the popular gaming site fails to protect children. This was posted on August 18th. Louisiana has sued the online gaming platform Roblox on Thursday, alleging the wildly popular site has perpetuated an environment where predators thrive, unite, hunt, and victimize kids. The lawsuit, filed in state court by Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill, alleges that Roblox has failed to implement effective safety measures to protect child users from adult predators. Quote, due to Roblox's lack of safety protocols, it endangers the safety of the children of Louisiana, end quote. Murrill, sorry for mispronouncing that by the way, said in a news release, quote, Roblox is overrun with harmful content and child predators because it prioritizes user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety, end quote. The company has faced lawsuits and backlash for not doing enough to protect kids on its gaming services. Last month, a lawsuit was filed in Iowa after a 13-year-old girl was allegedly introduced to an adult predator on the platform, then kidnapped and trafficked across multiple states. It's just so sad, man. Sorry guys. Anyway, earlier that month in August of 2025, Schlep was actually banned from Roblox indefinitely. He was permabanned from Roblox specifically for his content regarding and surrounding catching these bad actors. And I personally think that Schlep getting banned from Roblox was the gasoline and the spark that lit this entire controversy on fire, because his video discussing this from August 9th has 5.1 million views and was covered by mainstream media outlets as well as very large news channels, commentary channels, whatever you want to call them, you know, the Asmongold's, Charlie over there, Moist Critical, right? And so many other people. Everyone was talking about this when it actually happened. But things got even worse later that month when Schlep posted a video titled Roblox Take a Seat featuring Chris Hansen. This has 8.3 million views, and he announced announced that not only is Chris Hansen himself looking into Roblox specifically, but that Schlep will also be allegedly featured in that documentary or whatever exactly it is that Chris Hansen is producing regarding Roblox. So things really started to catch fire at the end of August of 2025, and that's kind of the last update that we had, right? And now we are at the end of October 2025, and there has been a new update to this story. The Attorney General in Florida ups their investigation into popular video game Roblox. Quote, "They enabled our kids to be abused," Uthmeier alleges. Following a civil subpoena earlier this year, Attorney General James Uthmeier, we talked about this earlier, announced Monday that he is issuing a criminal subpoena to Roblox, an online video game. According to Uthmeier's office, quote, "Multiple investigations have revealed that predators are using Roblox to access, communicate with, and groom minors." Quote, "Roblox profited off of our kids while exposing them to the most dangerous of harms. They enabled our kids to be abused," end quote. Uthmeier said in a video posted to his social media, quote, "Companies like Roblox have become breeding grounds for predators to get to and have access to our kids," end quote. The Attorney General said that there have been reports of predators using Robux, the in-game currency, quote, "to bribe minors into sending inappropriate images of themselves," end quote. News 6 posted this: Florida issues criminal subpoenas against Roblox over allegations of aiding predators. Company accused of knowingly failing to implement safety measures. That is a bombshell in my mind, right? Knowingly failing to implement safety measures, meaning incompetence doesn't seem to be the entire story here, or lack of information doesn't seem to be the entire story here. They say they are accused of knowingly failing to implement safety measures. Let's actually read what the Attorney General says specifically in their official communications here, okay? Attorney General James Uthmeier is issuing criminal subpoenas to the popular online gaming platform Roblox. The subpoenas will investigate whether Roblox's actions or lack thereof are aiding predators in accessing and harming children. Quote, "We will stop at nothing to fight to protect Florida's children, and companies that expose them to harm will be held accountable." So here is the actual subpoena, and once again I will link this in the description below if you guys want to actually read everything here. But basically this is an escalation of the subpoena, the civil subpoena that they issued back in April. So in my mind, and again, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal professional, I don't actually know anything about any of this stuff, okay? But in my mind, if we just use a little bit of logic here, okay, what happened is in April they issued a subpoena saying, hey, can you just show us like how you're marketing to minors, and like what's the process of like you know, opening an account as a minor, and like what parental controls, yeah, like just show us what you got here, okay? And then 5 months later this same Attorney General is like, hold up, this is criminal, we need more information, right? To me that's a bad sign. To me that shows that they smell smoke, okay? They smell smoke and they assume that there might be a fire somewhere, but we need more information to do this investigation, okay? So here's what Roblox is commanded to produce to the Attorney General and to Florida, okay? So starting in January of 2021 up through today, the day that they actually issued this, they are asking for all documents sufficient to show, describe, or explain the requirements, processes, and criteria for creating new user accounts on your platform, including but not limited to age and identity verification procedures, consent mechanisms for minors, terms of service and user agreements in effect during the relevant time period, any parental or guardian authorization procedures, and any automated or manual review processes used to validate new account registrations. So if we go through all, and there's a lot of bullet points, there's 22 bullet points here, so I'm not going to read everything verbatim here, but basically this criminal subpoena seems to be drilling a little bit deeper into the exact things they were concerned about before. They're looking for all documents sufficient to identify and describe every child account registered on your platform, indicative of the account holder being in Florida, including the user's age range, the date of account creation, and any other accounts linked to the same user or household, IP address, etc., etc. They're asking for even more documents relating to marketing to children. They're asking for all documents reflecting the policies, procedures, and technical safeguards implemented to prevent children from being exposed to mature, explicit, or otherwise age inappropriate content on the platform. This one I found interesting. They want all documents sufficient to identify employees or contractors responsible for developing, implementing, or enforcing age verification, content moderation, and child child safety protocols, including names, job titles, employment dates, and supervisory reporting structure. They want names and details of everybody and the manager. They want everybody, everyone involved. Here's another one that I find particularly interesting, and this is the last one listed. It says documents sufficient to identify your employees who were responsible for creating and enforcing your age verification protocols. Said documents should include the names, work title, address, and dates of employment of each employee, as well as the name, work title, address, and dates of employment of that employee's direct supervisor. And here's why this is happening, okay? Because this is not some random timeline. This is not just them doing this just for funsies, okay? According to this article by News 6, they say under law, technology companies are required to report suspected child exploitation on their platform to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's cyber tip line. The Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force investigates these tips. There are dozens of task forces across the United States, including one within Osceola County Sheriff's Office. Sorry if I mispronounced that. The unit within the Osceola County Sheriff's Office investigates tips about allegations reported in Central Florida. According to the Sheriff's Office, Roblox is one of the top 10 companies that have submitted tips in Central Florida, with more than 800 tips reported since January 1st, 2025. Boys, that is like 10 months, okay? In 10 months, they have 800 tips regarding Roblox. Now, to be fair, Roblox is number 9 out of 10 on that list. Instagram coming in at number 1 with 4,700 tips. Snapchat coming in at number 2 with 3,200 tips. That's disgusting. Number 3, TikTok with 2,800 tips. We've got Discord, Google, Facebook, X, Media Lab / Kick, and then Roblox, and Pinterest below that. I didn't even know people still use Pinterest. But anyway, yeah, so Roblox is far from the worst offender here, but because so many of its users are kids, and because it's such a massive platform, this is highly relevant to the state of Florida, because Florida themselves have gotten 800 tips, over 800 tips according to this, since January of 2025. In August, Roblox launched an open source version of an artificial intelligence system that said it can help detect predatory language in game chats. I mean, let's just be honest, that's a W. We need AI to be doing this. There's no way a human can review millions of chat logs. So this is fantastic that they've actually done this already. They go on to say the system, called Sentinel, helps detect early signs of possible endangerment. Roblox reported in August the system had led the company to submit 1,200 reports of potential attempts at child exploitation to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in the first half of 2025. W new chat system, straight up. Like, hey, as much as this video is leaning towards being critical of Roblox, that's a good step in the right direction. I mean, we can all agree on that. We're all on the same page there. News 6 asked Roblox for its response to the lawsuits, as well as whether it has plans to update its security features. This is their statement, and this is all quotes from a Roblox spokesperson, okay? We share Attorney General Uthmeyer's commitment to keeping kids safe, and we will continue to assist his office in their investigations. We have a strong record of working with law enforcement and investing in advanced safety systems to help protect our users and remove bad actors. To safeguard users, we prohibit the sharing of images and videos in chat, use filters designed to block the exchange of personal information, and are working to implement age estimation for all users accessing chat features. While no system is perfect, our trained teams and automated tools continuously monitor communications to detect and remove harmful content. We are committed to leading the industry in safety and transparency. Now look, obviously actions speak louder than words. I'm liking that they're implementing AI to doing this and helping them with this process, but if you've watched any of Schlep's content, you'll know that he really struggled to share information with Roblox when he did in fact find that there were individuals doing these types of things on the platform, adults attempting to do these things to kids, right? And so it seems like they are dialing up their security almost as a response to all of the backlash, rather than opting for maximum security before all of this hit the fan. Does that make sense? It feels more reactive than proactive, and that's not exactly what you want to hear when you know that your kids are playing this game, right? I mean, like, come on. They know, they've admitted back in 2020 that a large portion of their user base is minors. It's kids. It's people under the age of 18, right? And lots of them are under 13 even. So they should have had security dialed to 11 out of 10 for out of the gate, right? As soon as the platform started exploding in popularity, that should have been like priority number one, right? Like they should have had AI chat scans like 2 years ago, right? And like, look, I know AI has like only gotten better since then, but like still, I don't know, who knows? Again, I don't know anything about this. Maybe they've been working on it for that long and we're just now getting it, but like the timing seems a little suspicious to me, right? I don't know. Now let me share with you guys my thoughts and opinions on this topic. All right, first of all, it is concerning to me. Now I don't have any kids, right? But it is concerning to me that the Attorney General in Florida issued the civil subpoena in April and now they're issuing a criminal subpoena in August. To me, that sounds like they were not happy with what they found. Right now, look, if we're gonna be cynical about this, you know what I mean, because we are after all talking about politics, we're talking about Florida. I'm sure there will be cynics out there that look at this and say, okay, this is just political theater, this is just, you know, the Attorney General in Florida trying to get an easy W, everybody wants child protection. Or there's going to be the other side of that same coin where people are saying like, look, this is the, you know, the gateway to digital ID, this is the gateway to, you know, the big brother, to big you know, government sort of monitoring our every move, and what they're going to do is Trojan horse the children protection issue as sort of like, you know, a way of getting everyone on board, right? And all those things, to be fair, all those things could be true. This could be political theater, this could be an attempt at like stripping us of even more of our privacy, right? But let's not get too conspiratorial, let's not overthink this just for one moment, okay? If we just take this at face value, I do think that this is a W. Right now, if there is any encroaching of rights or anything crazy like that that comes down the pipeline, of course, do your research, be fully aware of what's happening with this, okay? But at face value, it is concerning that this is happening, and also it is a W, right? I mean, like, we need these big corporations, especially these big tech companies. I mean, Roblox is basically the metaverse that Facebook tried to build but failed at, right? I mean, like, what are we talking about? Like, they have 80 million like daily users or something insane like that. Like, Roblox is tremendously popular with an entire generation of young people, right? And so what I hope happens here, okay, is I hope that they issue this criminal subpoena, they get all of this data, and what I would like to see, I would like to see key decision makers at Roblox be personally held accountable if there is any evidence that Roblox themselves intentionally avoided the maximum security option for children in an attempt to maximize their user base, right? So if there is sufficient evidence to prove that Roblox knew something was happening, they had a really good way to solve this, but instead they chose a slightly less strict option because they want to maximize their user base. If there is evidence of that, there should be specific decision makers involved that get personally held liable for this, because this is one of those topics where there is absolutely no room for error. You need to have always chosen the best possible option for the children on your platform, especially because there's so many of them. And this would be especially bad if they had evidence of this and it occurred after all of this firestorm of things started happening, right? Like, I would say if it happened after November of 2024, when they first introduced more child protection security programs, right? Like, if they have any evidence of after that date, that is insane. That should absolutely not be allowed. People need to be held accountable for those decisions, because what that would tell us is that they know there's a problem. The problem is getting worse such that they have to implement more safety features, right? And yet they're still choosing to maximize profit and user base and engagement over the safety of children, right? Which is like, hello, that is unbearable. We cannot allow any tech company to do that. And again, I want to be very clear here, Roblox is not the only offender here, and in fact they're probably not even the worst offender, okay? But what I think makes the Roblox situation and what makes Roblox as a platform for this type of thing so insidious is that as a parent, you look at this and it looks like a kid's game, it plays like a kid's game, only kids really play it, right? And all of your child's friends play it, so it must be safe, right? Like, it is so, I mean, obviously you know, again, I'm not a parent, but I'm certain that as a parent, these things are always at the top of your mind, right? Like, you know, especially anyone having kids now, you grew up with the internet, you know the deal, right? A lot of you watching that are parents, you probably remember you know, Goldshire Inn in World of Warcraft when you were a kid, right? And you thought you were talking to that female night elf, right? Hey, listen, I'm 31, I'm old, okay? I didn't play World of Warcraft growing up, but my point is, luckily this generation of parents is, you know, coming into this, you know, fully aware of the realities of the internet. But even still, you know, I think it's easy to look at a game like Roblox and kind of just assume that maybe it's safer than something like Call of Duty, right? Because you think of Call of Duty, you know, like, oh, you know, Call of Duty is filled with adults, like, oh, it's so many adults, it's all adults, it's an M-rated game, so obviously, like, maybe don't have your kids on there, right? But Roblox looks so innocent just by nature. It looks like it's a kids game, it looks like it's safe for kids, and I think that's what makes this so scary. Even if they aren't technically the worst offender, it still feels a lot worse that it is such a kid-friendly game. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Just wanted to give you guys the update that there is a new criminal subpoena, and there may be more on this topic in the future. If you made it to the end of this video, please consider dropping a thumbs up on it. It really helps push this video in the algorithm, and it helps me go against the fact that the YouTube algorithm is not gonna like this video about a sensitive topic. And thank you guys so much for watching.